Man, what it do, world? It's your boy, the Toothless Wonder, back with another video. Reporting live from the Bamboozled Again News Network. And it seems like the bamboozlements are more condensed and more bamboozling every day, B. And I ain't telling nobody you gotta think the way I think or see things the way I see it. But I would implore you to at least attempt to think outside the box and come up with your own answers and conclusions that will ultimately work best for you and yours in this time and space where free thinking is being curtailed and labeled and with these, derogatory terms because your brain work and you find you just don't go along. Like with the advent of social media, it's been a double-edged sword. You can, get information out there, but by the same token, those who want to push a certain type of narrative are able to do so more easily, coupled with the jab babula and other social impositions. I don't know if people's penile glands have been calcified or something to that effect. But it's just, I don't know. I'm just a watchman, right? I'm in it, but I'm not in it, observing it while I'm in it, while I'm not really bound by the laws of it. If that make any sense? Not like I'm one of them sovereign citizens that get pulled over and then talk about they ain't got no right to do. That stuff don't work. They still gonna take you to jail. But I was just thinking about, again, the migrant, as they call it, which there's some wordplay for you. It's not a migrant crisis. It's an illegal immigration crisis that's been done purposefully. Like I've been said and I've been seeing the writing on the wall. Like, how does someone get over here? Now, I don't have no personal issue with them people. They ain't did nothing to me. But how do you get over here with no documentation and then get all these services? Get a home, get a job. How do you do that? Like, there's a greater standard of burden on me. If I go down to social service, they want to know, what I'm saying, my proof of income for the last quarter and my, what I'm saying, all this other type of crap. You mean if I ain't supposed to be here, I can get in here or go to social service butt naked with nothing, no identification, no paperwork, nothing saying who I am, no ads or whatever, and yet you'll give me all these social services and not none, and there's a greater burden on the American people. My ex used to get on me about this. She said, Cal, you the only dude I know who got a song for everything. If you don't know them by now, you will never. If you don't realize by now, you've been shout out to Malcolm X, hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok. You didn't land in America. America landed on you. Now, mind you, I don't really watch the news like as in TV. I get most of my news through social media, YouTube, or content creators who cover certain topics of subject matter that I find to be valid, right? And it's two things I keep saying. People talking about walking away from the 9 to 5 culture and quitting their job, and this migrant crisis. Wordplay again. Um, I'm assuming they're Venezuelan. From what I'm understanding, Venezuela, like I haven't done any research prior to this, but I know at least a couple years back they went through a currency crash, and I did see a documentary in which, like, one of the hustles was they were going to they were taking Venezuelan gas, siphoning it however they were doing it, and then they would ride across this bridge, and they were actually fighting over this bridge, like fight over drug terrain or a shipping port or something of that sort, and selling the cheap Venezuelan gas in Colombia. You know what I mean? I was saying how, like, there were women who, let's say, were doctors, but then they were forced into prostitution if they weren't married, or if certain groups of people didn't click together, so on and so forth. All that stuff come ahead. Now, again, I guess the confirmation bias will be because it's never happened here, it won't happen here. Even though all the signs are showing it will happen here, and that we'll probably be even worse off, like I said in the last video, because the average American is overweight. The average American is out of shape. The average American woman, even if she's in a relationship, she still conducts herself, or the vast majority, I don't know what the percentage would be, uh, conduct themselves like they're single. We don't, in the Negro community, we don't have strong communities. We don't have strong neighborhoods. Everybody's in competition with each other. You see what I'm saying? We're ripe for the slaughter, and the U.S. government doesn't have to do it. They've transplanted and allowed others to come in and do it, and they're not even prosecuting them, locking these people up. It's an ingenious idea. It has to come from the depths of Haiti. It got to, because even the smartest social, and I don't think they'd come up with this long-term plan, and then run the long game to the point where we're at with it now, where we say it and we're still somewhat apathetic. We still don't hold these people accountable. Here it is. Here's the slap in the face, right? Um, we have Kamala, and I don't know why I feel this way. I think she's gonna get in, yo. Which is insane to me, how they've just morally degraded society to this point. During her vice presidentship, from my understanding, the vice president's in charge of the border. She's done a horrible job at that. Says nothing about it. And then during her campaign, in which she has people twerking and abortion bans outside the clinic, she's bringing dystopia with her. Uh, what was that? What was that verse in the Bible? And I'm just it's not. It doesn't apply, but I'm just using it as a comparison, where it said, "Behold a pale horse," or yeah, was it the pale horse? And along and death was with it, or something to that effect. Behold Kamala Harris, the great female bamboozler, and with her dystopia is coming. Like I keep saying, these news reports about Venezuelan gangs. From what I'm understanding, Venezuela done emptied out their prisons and sent them folk over here, yeah. And they dropped them off. Like I said, I'm in a small town, and I meant to put it on Facebook. I ain't done it yet. But I keep seeing these two black and white Sprinter vans riding around. They run up and down the Walmart all day, every day, just dropping off groups of people and picking them up and taking them back. Like, and it's not aligned with the county. There's not a business name on the van. Man, they done sold us out, cuz. We've been sold out, but now we just sold out to the point of bankruptcy. You know what I'm saying? They can't even hide it no more. And I think the reason they're running the play like they are, because they know the American people ain't gonna do nothing. And as a group, as a whole, we ain't gonna do nothing. So individuals such as myself who bring light to certain information, like during the Jab Babula time, they'll just say, "Oh, they're crazy," or fact check you, or you know, say you're crazy, like the CIA say for anybody who's a truth teller, whatever the case may be. We're done. We're done. Off this sheer fact of her running and this happening in real time, where Venezuelan gangs are taking over whole apartment complexes in Denver and Seattle, right? They're squatting in people's homes and they can't get them out legally, or the police won't do nothing. The police won't even do nothing with these folks. We right for the picker, cuz. The police are not your friend. They're here to protect and serve. Now they ain't even doing that. They just getting a check and trying to make sure they straight. Just like I said about like the teachers don't teach anymore. They just there to get a check. And I'm seeing a lot of instances where they smashing and splacking on the students. You know what I'm saying? The hospitals and the things of that nature. They ain't here for all that. They ain't here to heal. They're here to get a check.
How are you?
Oh, find yourself.
How is your mom?
Oh, she's fine.
Send the regard.
All right, we'll do. Lovely neighbors. But yeah, man, it's awesome. It's awesome, bro. Ain't nobody finna do nothing. And from what I'm saying, these people are armed to the teeth with military grade weaponry. How does that happen? That's no different than back in the day when like during the 80s or whatever, where I heard stories about, I think it was in LA and Chicago, where cats would just come out the house and might be walking down the side street and there would be a crate of guns just sitting there. America has been, it's almost like I don't even know the right analogy, yo. Like, America has been stealthily invaded, and the invaders are hired by the people we vote in. This is almost how symbolic of how, like, they could, like, during the 60s, 70s, how they convinced a black woman for a couple extra trinkets or whatever to, like, not have the black man in their home and make them feel good about it. We've become complicit in our own destruction. So who are we going to ask to help or to, you know what I'm saying, to hold accountable? You're voting in the people who created the environment and then don't hold them accountable. I swear, I think she's going to get in, yeah. And if she get in, I forgot what movie that was where, like, this wicked witch or sorcerer had took over and the whole land just got dark, like the trees got burned. It was all kind of bats and owls flying around, like it wasn't lively or vibrant anymore. So I don't like crack on. Then I don't know what they're doing with this whole Mpox thingy, whatever that is. Oh, they gonna punish them into the. That'd be a good move. I ain't speaking into existence. That'd be a good move if they could run a similar COVID type of situation, and then force everybody in the house, and then unleash the hordes on them, cause we know where you at. Sitting ducks, boys, we're on the battlefield, cuz. But here's my. With all that being said, especially if you attempt to live right, you have a relationship with the Most High. Ain't nothing to fear. All that's supposed to happen, and not only that, this is just the tip of the iceberg. It is going to get exponentially worse with plagues and famines and death and food shortages and people have, like, ain't nothing really happened. And the average American suffers from some type of mental health disorder, depression, anxiety, you know what I'm saying? In the land of leisure and comfort. But all this leisure and comfort is actually fatten them up for the kill. You know what I'm saying? Like even let's say, like, I've talked to, like, Hispanic people that I used to work with when I used to waterproof basement. And I think we're overusing this word trauma when it's just some stuff that happened in life. You know what I'm saying? And I think foreigners are well better at this. Like, I remember the dude I used to work with, he told me he had to, like, he was from either Honduras or El Salvador. And he told me he had to walk from, let's say, Honduras to Mexico, then hop on a train, not legal, like ride on the side or on top of it, all the way up to, like, the northern part of Mexico, get off, walk across the border, then this part got sketchy, then get picked up on side the highway on this side of the border. I think they were somewhere in the Midwest before they got to Maryland. But you can't pick up that was traumatizing to them. If you look at the average Hispanic person, prior to all this migrant stuff, they don't look depressed. They never look depressed. They look happy to be in a 2-bedroom with 15 folk in it. Don't they look happy when you see them? Don't they look like, you know, they down for each other and all that? They sold us all this individuality. Now we couldn't even come together if we wanted to, because it's too ingrained in us. Or we're too, or not only just that, but on the flip side, we're too individualized to even work in a group. So we'll start undermining, and, you know, that's why Negroes can't get together. That's why that spiritual curse is on us. We can't come together. We're in a situation where God has to save us, because we couldn't save ourselves if we wanted to. Not as a group of people. We could have been done did it. All we gotta do is stop participating in the economy. Or let's say all Negroes say, yo, what, we ain't gonna work no more. America falls in 48 hours. But we're so, what's the word I'm looking for? We're so programmed in this place, we can't not do that. Or what'll happen, everybody say, yeah, we doing it. And then a few folks will just go on and say, well, I ain't like them, and this is what they plan, and throw the whole Jimmy Mack off track. You know what I'm saying? And feel good about it. That's the whole thing. Like these Steve Harvey type folk and all that. These people are basically coming out, and if you can read between the lines, saying, I've sold you out. I'm getting paid to say this. And they chest out. Like they tough, like, yeah, I did it, eh? Nickel? You know what I'm saying? Like, God darn, cuz. Your soul gone. Everybody's soul gone. We ain't gonna muster up no good fight. Here's another tripping part, right? What was that, a few years ago with George Floyd when they wanted us to do this? We rioted for George Floyd, right? Tore up our own stuff, and I'm pretty sure there were some provocateurs involved and all that. But when Sandra Massey essentially got assassinated for calling on the name of the Lord, ain't no Negroes rise up. The church didn't even rise up. The church is in bed with the state. They gone. They soul gone. Everything here is soulless, yo. That's why I've been feeling this need to be more in nature, yeah. And just break off of not even the 9 to 5 culture what I broke away from, but just time constraints. If I wake up and feel like going to the beach at 2 o'clock in the morning to marinate, that's what I'm finna do. And that's doing what I want to do or how I feel led to do stuff. That's holistic to me is the most valuable stuff I do throughout the course of a day. You know, man? Detaching from all this wickedness and all these lies and just the robots, the organic robots that roam around, especially in these population centers like cities and whatnot, where don't nobody have a free thought. Everybody's either in some matrix, they're in the political matrix. If they're not in the political matrix, they're in the religion matrix. If they're not in the religion matrix, they're in the sexual deviant matrix. You know what I'm saying? If they're not in that, they're in the corporate matrix. You see what I'm saying? They're in the political matrix. The matrix is matrixing to the matrix max. You know what I'm saying? It's mad wild out here, big word out. But I ain't stunting none of it. I'm just an observer and a watchman. But I don't plan on, I ain't planning on having, no, not saying it can't happen. But then I was thinking also, I covered this in another video about all the grace and mercy I got. God has saved my life so many times. I've been in these wild situations so many times. One, when I tell people because of my disposition, they can't tell. They think I'm making it up. Or they can't, or until I describe details of time. They're like, oh, he was there. That did go on. So many times, I just been in these wild situations in the streets, in court, with women, with the police. And outside that one situation where my shorty passed away and I broke my neck a few months after, you can't tell none of that stuff happened. Didn't you almost die last week? Oh, yeah. Damn, well, I ain't not. What's up with you, cuz? You know what I mean? I was just so, I don't even know the word for it. I wasn't naive. I wasn't, I knew it just, somehow I just knew I was protected, even though I was doing wrong. That's why now that I know better, I most definitely try to do better and live better and be better and talk better and act better. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously he saved my life all them time for a reason. Even for nothing else to show me that you're not really in so much control of your life as you think you are. That's why I don't be stunting nothing. As much as I'm mindful not doing it. Like bill and whatever. What's going to happen if I don't pay the bill? Yeah, of course I'm rendered unto Caesar what's his, but outside of all that, if I ain't got it, I ain't got it. And I don't feel no bad way about it. We all going to be in a position where we can't pay no bill. If they devalue the dollar to the point where it's nothing, how you going to pay your bill? They ain't going to accept it. Your soul, that's right, yeah. You know what I'm saying? But that's just a quick one, man. I'm just coming on here, man. Happy Saturday, everybody, man. Y'all hold it down out there and do not get bamboozled. And on that note, I'm going to holler at y'all, man. Ooh, ah!